Sarcasm Speaks. It's Jared and Bob. We are here. We are coming at you. It's a rare Monday night for us. This is probably going to be Thursday's episode, but if you've been following along, you know we are going to be in Nolens this weekend for Jones's bachelor party. So we're doing that thing where we record a bunch of them in a bunch of consecutive days, and we don't have to worry about it till we get back. So here we are.
I signed us up for a gumbo taste test.
Oh, sick.
But the rest of us can eat whatever we want. You just have to try all the gumbos.
Oh, okay. Do I at least get to start with the smelling salts before I go through all the gumbos so I can get really fired up to eat gumbo?
You can have whatever you want. You can drink ammonia if you want to.
Yeah. Did you listen to the Ross Patterson Revolution that
No,
you
I
found?
didn't listen to it.
No. That was pretty good though. It was episode, what was it, 282?
Something like that.
Yeah. That was pretty good. That was a long time ago. I feel like they're in like the 700s now.
Yeah, I don't know where they're at.
Yeah.
I just Googled it. I actually didn't think I'd find it, but it was titled, "Have you tried the gumbo?" or "Have you had the gumbo?" or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I thought that was just like a story, like amongst like a real podcast, but maybe that was a bigger part than I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, they're in episode 840. So
Holy shit, that was like 600 episodes ago. How often do they release?
well, so during COVID, they did 5 days a week.
Oh,
Because they were like,
because that was not that long ago.
Right. Because they were like, no one's doing anything. And I mean, it's their full-time job anyway. So they were like, hey, you guys aren't going to work, so we'll just give you a podcast every single day so you have something to do. So for a good 6 to 9 months, they were doing five episodes a week, one a day. So now they do two. They do two a week like we do. So yeah, so I had my first club fitting today.
Ever, right?
Yeah, first club fitting ever. Shout out to Jeff
from white hair.
Yeah, mustache.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. Have you ever interacted
I never
with
had
him
a fitting.
before?
I never had a fitting with him.
Yeah,
I've seen him in the shop. He seems nice.
yeah, he's a nice guy. We were shooting the shit, during the whole time. He seemed pretty cool. So it was a blast, right? Like I enjoyed it. I came away with some clubs that I really like. We'll see
when you can afford them.
How I go about acquiring them. Because obviously like they give you the printout at the end, right? And they're like, well, all of my recommendations, we can order this for you right now, and it's going to be $2,500. And I was like,
nope, it won't be.
Nope. I'm good. Thank you though. I appreciate it. But because I even asked him, I was like, so, and I go, I'm going to be completely upfront and honest with you. I was like, I've never bought myself brand new clubs before, but like, I want new clubs finally. Like I'm going into my 6th year playing. Like I finally feel like there's some sort of consistency to my game. Like I just, that's why I'm here. Right. And that's why that's my thing, right? I wanted to get a club fitting because I wanted to buy new clubs for the first time. And I go, if I can find clubs somewhere cheaper, can I bring them to you and have you adjust them? And he was like, oh yeah, no, absolutely. He goes, that's what we do. He goes, because I said too, like as rare as it might be, if I can find a set of used stealth irons, right? Just say like someone bought them for this year, played them for a year, hated them, and they traded them in, right? Like I could find them somewhere for a little bit cheaper, slightly used, bring them to you, you adjust them, put the grips that I want on, change the angle and all that shit. And he goes, yeah, no, absolutely. We do that for you. So I was like, all right, cool. That makes me feel a little bit better. Like I felt less guilty being like, hey, thanks for all that. Now I'm not going to buy any of your clubs. Not that I think they probably don't. Well, they might get commission, right? If they sell clubs. But
I don't know how that works, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I feel less guilty, I suppose, because I'm not really taking money away from them. But I don't know. Maybe I am if he does get commission on it, but who knows?
I don't think he gives a fuck.
Yeah, probably not. So, I absolutely murdered the Titleist T300s,
Yep.
like smoked. Like all I did was just hit a bunch of 7-irons, right? So
Yep, that's usually how it goes
yeah,
for irons.
yeah. So I have the sheet here. So I hit let me find the right page. So I hit my 7-iron. I would say my average ball speed on the with my 7-iron. I don't know, probably about 109 ish.
Isn't the bottom line of average?
Oh yeah, hey, 109.7. I'm pretty good at math, huh? On the fly. So so my average ball speed with the my 7-iron was like 109, and my average ball speed with the T300s 112.
Yep.
So 3 miles
That,
an hour
that's like
faster.
6-7 yards.
Yes. Yep. So you're looking at I was consistently hitting my 7-iron like
You probably got
one
more than 6 yards.
170
Carry or total.
total.
Okay.
And that's a like a 150 club.
Well,
Like
don't you have
my
that? Do you not have that number? Don't you have it on your sheet?
yes,
So what were you carrying yours?
160.
Okay, so carry to carry, what was it?
160 to 162.
Okay, and total.
170 to 172.
Okay,
But
but the real thing for
the thing is,
yeah, the real thing, it shouldn't actually be carry, and especially with the 7-iron, if you were getting 160 out of it with your own, that's more than good enough
right. So
with a 7-iron.
I'm starting to think that I labeled these wrong, but whatever. Because it just says like Titleist iron A and then like test iron B. So I think the test iron B might not have been my 7. He might have given me something else to hit.
Oh,
Like the test iron A, which isn't on here. He might have just taken it off.
yeah. Usually they like to show you where what you were going from, though. But
Yeah, so I don't know, but the big thing for me, aside from like the distance wise, is the dispersion. So I was offline on the top one, which I'm kind of sketchy now on whether or not it's actually my 7-iron. But either way, I was offline the 20 yards one way, 11 yards one way, 43 yards another way, and then 9 yards on one. So
were those all going different directions?
yeah,
So
negative 43,
and then
negative 11, positive 20, positive 9.
so you have a 63-yard dispersion.
Yes. So let me read you the T300s. -3, 8, 4, -4. That's a 12-yard dispersion.
Oh, you don't want the 63? That's like a PGA Tour driver.
Yeah.
63.
Yeah. So
why were you having consistency issues?
Yeah, it's real weird, right?
Was it because you had 43 yards left and 20 yards right in the bag?
Yeah. Yeah, it was actually. But then
Which actually, no, you probably hit 43 yards right and 20 yards left.
yes.
That would be, I don't think you could pull it that far at that range. You'd hit the net.
Yeah. Yeah, or I'd smoke someone in the fucking in the fucking driving range.
Yeah.
um, so then I hit the T200s
Yep.
because so I thought I played with the T300s in Hawaii. I actually played with the T200s in
Yes, you did.
Hawaii.
You
Yeah.
did.
Um, and the T200s were not as good. They were my average carry was 143 and I was hitting plus 10, plus 24, minus 30, minus 15, minus
Yeah.
3.
So what I found out from my fitting, because T300s most, or I guess so they have 4 clubs. The T400s, I don't think anyone's even fucking seen, but they're
Yeah.
supposed to be the most forgiving. T300 is the next forgiving out of the 3 clubs that matter. So I don't even count the T400s. I don't even know what the fuck they are. So T300 should be most forgiving. T200 should be right in the middle. T100 should be the least forgiving of the T1, 2, 300s. Now, there are some people that hit a T100 and can't hit a T300. And what I found was it's about how the club is weighted, because as a better player, I thought I could probably play 200s if I couldn't play 100s, because I do hit good iron shots. Like, it's the strength of my game. But whether it's what I'm used to or it's how I deliver the club, a perimeter weighted club is better for me. That's why when I went, everything felt like shit except for the T300 and the Strixon ZX4. But the Strixon ZX4s looked like hell. And why would I buy those when I get a discount on Titleist?
Right. Right.
So that makes sense to me. It's perimeter weighted. You probably deliver. I don't think you get club face date on that, but I was gonna say you probably deliver the club across. So you can just say yes, you do.
Sure.
You do. And people who deliver the club across can benefit more from that perimeter weighted club.
Yeah. So you know what I think it might have been with this test iron and the Titleist? I think one
Could
of
have been
them
different shafts.
I think it might have been a different shaft
Yeah.
with the T300 and also potentially the lie angle was adjusted.
Yep.
Because I remember so one of these I hit with this I hit a 7 iron. This is the test iron, but I hit it 200 yards.
That's a hell of a pull.
Yeah. And I mean, it looks like it didn't come out that low. The launch angles for the other ones were 22 and that one was 20, so it did come out a little bit lower. But I remember like I hit the T300 and absolutely fucking annihilated it, and one of them it went like 200 yards for a 7 iron. So I think those are actually both the T300s, but
yeah, because
one of them had adjustments.
I was gonna say I think your 7 iron should have been like a 155.
Yeah, because so my 7 iron isn't on here because what happened was I don't know why he just took it off, but then he gave me the stealth after the T200.
Yeah.
And the stealth, the total distance on them was 157, 163, 172. So like that's because I remember hitting the stealth and being like, I like it, but like those are the same distances I get out of my current clubs.
Mm-hmm.
Although tighter dispersion, right? It's on the stealth, it was plus 16, plus 9, minus 6.
Well, we also potentially don't know what your dispersion was.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
But I mean, if you were Aaron Wise, PGA Tour winner, 35 yards with a 7 iron.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna. That's the thing, is like you're not gonna hit it. I mean, so slower swing speed than him, obviously.
Right.
Theoretically, you could hit it in a tighter dispersion than him, but probably not.
Yeah.
Because he hits the center of the face.
Yeah.
It's an odd feeling.
Yeah, I think my average swing speed for the T300s was just over 82 miles an hour.
Yeah, I'm not. So I'll be 1,000% honest off the top of my head. I'm not great with 7-iron swing speed, ball speed. I want to say mine's close to 90 and 120,
Yeah,
but I feel like 120 is high. That might be like the best. So it's probably
yeah,
closer to like a 115, 116.
yeah,
Do
yeah. And I mean, I was getting
you have a
one.
launch angle on there?
Yes,
What you got?
22.1.
Oh, okay. So maybe I was launching it at 20 and swinging 115. I'm sorry,
Okay,
ball speed 115, ball speed 115.
yeah,
That's probably what I had.
yeah. So it was pretty cool. I mean, then we went through like the wedges. Um, he gave me a 58-degree wedge to hit,
Yep.
and I was like, dude, that went literally like 70 yards. And he was like, yeah, so this is a great club. Anything 75 and in, here you go. And I was like, I've never hit a 58 before. Because he went and I brought my bag and he looked through my bag and he was like, all right, so well, we started with a 52, right? So we went through the 52, which I hit one 118. And
With
like
52, that's pretty good.
my current 52 is like 100 total.
What was that one? Was that a Vokey?
No, it was the Cleveland Zip Core,
Okay.
the new.
Yeah, those Cleveland people have said those Clevelands fucking go.
Yeah. So yeah, then like I said, the 58 was just kind of weird. So then he gave me a 56 and I was like, that feels way fucking better. Like that I don't think I need a 58.
Do you have a
But
60 currently?
no, I don't.
Okay.
Um
I don't think you need. Yeah, dude, honestly, like I think you can do 56.
I mean the 58 was literally an average 78 yards.
Yeah, so I mean, it's well, that's the thing. So full swing 75, but then what would you do if you were 80? Because
Right.
that's probably what the 56 went.
Right.
82 average probably then.
Yes, 82 on the nose.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So if you're full swing 77, well, it's gonna go 82.
Right.
Or you
Right.
hit it like shit and it ends up short anyway. Like
Yeah, exactly. And then we get to the hybrids. And he asked me, he was like, so I see you don't have any fairway woods in your bag. And I was like, that's correct. I've honestly never just bought one. And I said, like, because I've always bought used stuff.
Yeah.
I just never really found a 3-wood or like thought I needed one or all that. And I was like, I have this hybrid. And he goes, well, how do you like it? And I go, this year, I fucking hate it. And he goes, okay, all right, well, that happens. You know, it's something we can work with. And it went okay. I averaged 187, 188. Sorry, getting a little blind here. 188. It also printed out really shitty. Like, hey, get a fucking new printer, guy. But whatever. So my hybrid averaged 188, and the dispersion on that was he deleted it. I probably hit like 6 shots with it, and he deleted 3 of them because they were just awful.
Good.
So the three best ones averaged 188, and it was plus 30, plus 25, minus 28.
So 58 yards.
Yeah.
Which is probably really 188 because you have to include the bad ones when you play golf.
Right. So then he gives me the stealth 3-wood, not 3-wood, the stealth 3 hybrid. The first one I hit went 214 total. Then I literally started laughing and I was like, holy shit, is that what a hybrid is supposed to do? And then like he starts laughing and then, we're shooting the shit. So then the the very next ball I hit carried 202 and it ended up 227. And I was like, don't let me hit any more and I'll buy this club from you right now. like, holy shit. And then, so the next two total went 216, 205. So I averaged 215 with the Stealth 3 hybrid. And again, not awful there. Minus 17, minus 22, a 6, and then a 13. So
I didn't catch that total. 38?
The 28.
28 dispersion?
Yeah, minus 22 to oh no, 13. I did minus 22 to 6.
35?
22 and 13 is 35.
Yeah, I mean that's Aaron Wise's 7 iron.
Yeah. Yeah.
And was that off a deck, off the deck or off a tee?
Off the deck, yeah.
Yeah. Which is a mat, which is harder to hit a hybrid, in my opinion.
Right. So then because I told him I hated my hybrid this year. So he brought the Stealth 3 hybrid and the Stealth 4. And he was like, sometimes people like the 4 a little bit better. It's a little more loft. He goes, I brought both. So after he watches me hit the 3, he goes, I kind of don't even want to give you this 4, but just hit it for fun. And I was like, okay. So I hit the 4 hybrid. And it averaged 192.
Yeah, I mean, that's not, you can have both, dude.
Yeah.
Well, so this is the beautiful thing with someone who plays the level of golf that you play at. You have the convenience to purchase a 3, a 4, both, neither. Or you probably need one of them.
Yeah.
But you get the convenience of waiting if you'd like.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm sitting here and I'm like, I need a club that goes 190.
Right.
So what club is that gonna be?
Right.
Now, look, it's my 5 iron, which is in the set. 5 iron, 4 iron, depending. So, like, I'm good with that. But, like, for you, if you're on a par 3 and it's 190 and you don't have the 4 hybrid, well, fuck, I'll just hit the 5 iron and figure it out. This is a long par 3.
Right.
And if it's an approach shot and it's 190, then there's one of 2 things that have happened. One of 3 things. 1, your tee shot was god awful. So you get what you get from there.
Right.
2, it's a par 5 that you're going 4 and 2. You don't have the right equipment. Oh, well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Blow it long. Or try to hit it long, catch it heavy, and it'll land fine. Or you're playing the wrong tee because your approach shot's 190 and you're too far away.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
For you, it does, like, you can, I would start with the 3 because you might want that as a teen club.
Right.
And then eventually it's like, all right, well, I, saved a couple schmeckles. I'll get the 4 now.
Right. I mean, especially with that 3 hybrid, if I'm going to average 215 with that, like, and one of them, like I said, blasted 227.
So what were those? Those were Stealths?
Yeah.
Those are expensive.
Yes, they are.
But
the new set is coming out in January.
So they'll come down. They might come down a little bit, or you could even.
That's what Jeff said. He goes, you're in kind of a weird space right now. He goes, because it is Christmas time. I get it. Like, people want to buy stuff. Maybe there's stuff on sale. And he goes, but I'll tell you right now, usually they release all of the new stuff for the new year at the conference in Orlando that happens at the end of January. So he gave me the rundown too. He was like, I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you this or not, and I guess I'll tell our fucking,
it doesn't matter because
50 listeners here.
I'll fucking tell them if I have to.
But he goes, the new Stealth that's coming out is the Stealth Black for 2023. So he goes, it's up to you. And he goes, I probably, maybe you don't want to buy anything right now. He goes, if you wait for the stealth black to come out and then buy the stealth, you'll save yourself a couple bucks.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, that honestly, like that's probably what I'm just gonna do. Like I'm gonna
Yeah.
wait. Like again, it's December, right? Like I have my information for the clubs. I need my irons, I need a +2 on the lie. So
2 upright, yeah.
yeah, 2 upright. Like I have all that shit. So it's like I can literally just go, I can buy the clubs in fucking February if I want.
It
Like
doesn't matter.
I'm not gonna play golf.
You're not playing until April.
Until March or April.
Yeah, and that's like, because if it were me, I would like make because the irons are the big purchase, then I would just squirrel the money away around anyway.
Yeah.
So let's get to the real deal. What's the fucking driver?
So the driver, I only hit the stealth.
Okay.
Which I'll get to that in a minute, like the whole
Okay.
like as a whole. But I hit my driver, the M2, not good. It wasn't. It was a lot of way rights.
Yeah, that happens.
And he goes, okay, but I told him that I don't like the regular flex shaft, and he was like, yeah, you probably need a stiff flex. He goes, with your swing speed, like you're right on the cusp, but like I would recommend.
What was your club head speed?
With my club, it was
average
a 96.
Yeah, it's borderline. It's close.
But with the stealth, it was 100.
Okay.
So, because I told him too, like when I hit my driver, because I just don't like the feel of it. Like I feel like I have to like take some off of it. Yeah. And he goes, well, yeah, because if you swing too hard with a regular flex, like you're going to get really bad results.
You're going to pull the fuck out of it.
Yeah. And I go, yeah, that's what happens all the time. And he goes, yeah, you definitely need a stiff flex on your driver.
And then you got to swing it like a boy person.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he gave me the stealth, and a couple of them went okay, but then a few of them still were going right. So he was like, all right, hold on one second. And he went back inside and came off and got the Stealth HD, which is the high draw. Okay. So it's like a high draw bias. I guess the weight, there's more weight in the heel that's supposed to whatever. I don't know. There's more weight somewhere. The weight distribution is different in the club. So it's supposed to favor a draw so that someone that hits it way right, it theoretically would straighten out. And
it's probably in the toe.
No,
it's probably in the heel, because then if you hit it off the toe, it'll curve more.
Yeah.
Yeah. This gets a little weird.
Yeah. So it went okay. Again, my average swing speed with the HD was 100. But it was my average carry total was 244.
What was a carry? 225.
It got cut off on the bottom of the page, but good. I would guess good. Like 219, 220.
What was it with your club? Carry in total
194 and 210.
Okay, so you're getting about 20 yards a roll. So yeah, 240 total. That's like a 220 carry or so.
Yeah. So I wasn't thrilled.
So what I would say, I think what I would do, couple things. So let's get to the spec sheet, because I know what you're gonna say, and I'm stopping it because we're gonna get back to driver. So spec sheet.
Yes.
What do they recommend? Obviously, you didn't do putter. They don't have putter shit down there.
No.
So wedges. What did he recommend?
The Zip Core.
Zip Core 52, 56.
Yes.
Did he give you shaft specs?
Steel standard.
Okay, so whatever comes stock.
Yeah.
I think it's a spinner, but that's fine. So now for you, some of this stuff does matter. Now, as someone who buys used, I'm just letting you know, and you probably know this, but like what I'm going to say is when you look at like wedges, it's like, oh, I found the zip core wedge. And it's
But you
like,
have to get
you
the
have to know what the stock shaft is, or
Right.
else what you just got might be completely different.
right, exactly.
And that's coming from someone who bought the wrong shafts for their wedges last year.
Yeah. So true.
No
I
one's
mean,
fault, just me.
I don't know. Maybe I can defer to you for this, but I did really, really like the way the zip core felt. And Jeff said that like it had to do with the way the bottom of the club is and all that shit. He like got into the whole thing with
Yeah,
me.
it's like grinds and shapes and shit.
I did kind of want to go with the sub 70 wedges, but like I don't know if it's worth it. Like, do I don't know. I don't know. Because I've had it in my head for a while that I wanted to go with the sub 70 wedges, mostly because I just want to try some of their clubs.
Keep talking.
Because I think they're a cool company, at least. But truthfully, either way, I'm fine. Because I mean, wedges it's $120, I'm pretty sure, for both of them. It's 120 for the sub 70s and 120 for the zip cores.
Yeah,
So,
I had to get a fucking upgraded shaft. Fucking shit's cost me 144 regular, so I had to go and wait for Black Friday.
oh yeah, yeah.
Fucking
Just because I know, like I said,
$25 for the fucking shaft.
I've talked to you before about the wedges, and you said you like the wedges, and like I said, I
Yeah.
like sub 70, so I was like, I'll give them a whirl. But it's
I did buy
tough
them
because
again.
I did really like the feel of the zip core.
So I will also tell you the hardest thing will be the shaft. So I just pulled. So Sub 70 has a demo program where if you go online, you can demo the club.
Mm-hmm.
It will hit your credit card for $120.
Yep.
It's like a week later or within a week, someone will reach out to you, or you can reach out to customer support, and they will give you a shipping label. And upon return of the club, they give you $100 back. So your cost is 20,
Right.
and that includes the return shipping.
Okay.
Now, does it make a lot of sense right now? Probably not, because it's cold as fuck. Like, yeah, you could come hit them at the gym, but
Right.
like you could. Like, so you could demo some sub 70 stuff.
Yeah.
But if the price is the same, I'd probably just go with the Clevelands. Like, dude, Cleveland wedges are good. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's what I have now.
they just are. So
Yeah.
I don't think you have to worry too much.
Right. So what I was
irons.
Titleist T300s,
5 through pitch and wedge or 5 through gap wedge.
5 through gap. Yep.
Okay, I know exactly that. I can get that for you for $952.
That's a pretty solid price.
Oh no, it would be less because I had to get upgraded. I had to get upgraded shafts. What shafts did he put you in?
The AMT Blacks S300.
No fucking way, really?
Yeah.
S300 AMT Blacks. Jeez, those things are fucking sturdy.
Yeah. Is that good?
It's not good or bad. It's what you fucking hit best.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, the AMT Black is a heavier shaft. But what happens is with the AMT series, so like my irons, they're 107 all the way through the bag for weight.
Mm-hmm.
So yours, I don't know what the weight starts at, but like your 5-iron shaft is way lighter than your pitching wedge shaft. So it's ascending mass technology. That's what AMT is.
Right. Okay.
But I know they'll be heavier than mine.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean, though. It's not good. It's not bad. It's what you got fit for.
Right.
Okay, T300s with the AMT. All right. Hybrid stealths. What shaft?
Ventus Red.
Ventus Red. Okay.
Yep. Stiff graphite Ventus Red.
5S, 6S, or does it just say S?
It just says S.
I think it's a 6.
Yeah.
And then okay, so now we're on driver, which
Yeah.
here we get to the driver where not only is the driver the most expensive single club,
Right.
it also becomes a little bit of a fucking shit show here.
Yeah.
And you weren't totally thrilled with how it went. What did you hit driver last?
Yes.
Okay. I would say before you shell out on a $550, even used, we're talking 375,
400. Yeah.
400.
Yeah.
Before you would shell out on that, it might actually even be worth it to maybe consider doing just a driver one day.
Yeah. So
Before you shell out.
That's what I was going to say. So I was slightly disappointed in general as and so I have this is nothing against the dude Jeff. Like he was a great guy, and I was there for like an hour and 45 minutes, like hitting balls. But I feel like it's almost a consequence of what it was, right? I went for a full bag fitting.
Yeah.
And I feel like I could have spent an hour and a half
just
on drivers, just on irons. Like wedges, what I don't really give two fucks about wedge. You know what I mean? Like obviously, like the zip cores were really good and I hit them well and I like them. So cool. Wedges, whatever. You know what I mean? Like they're fine. But like I feel like I could spend an hour and a half just hitting irons and an hour and a half just hitting different drivers. Like I kind of wish like we branched out a little bit more on both of those. Like I didn't hit anything other than Titleist or the Stealth.
Yeah. For irons.
For irons.
You
And then for drivers, I literally only hit the Stealth driver.
Yeah,
I hit the regular and then I hit the high draw version.
Yeah, so I'm curious as to why he did that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Running out of time, running out of gas. I don't know. That's genuinely strange to me.
Yeah.
But with the irons, you hit the different types of technology, right?
Yeah.
So you hit a perimeter weighted club, you hit a lower weighted club. That's the T3s versus the T2s.
Yep.
Then you hit a stealth iron,
which is the upgraded version of my clubs that I have now.
Which theoretically should be like the most forgiving thing in the entire world.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you had a ton to gain from hitting any more iron heads.
Yeah, that's fair.
The only thing that I would maybe say is, and this is both a criticism of other places and a benefit of other places, is maybe you could have spent more time on shafts. But Joe and Lee's doesn't fuck you on upcharges because you could have gone to Club Champion or True Spec or whatever, and they'd have you hit all these shafts and all this fucking whatever. And it's like, wow, that was really good. And then it's like, okay, cool. Each shaft is like $75. It's like,
yeah.
So the iron is $135, and that's a $75 shaft. So the clubs are now $210 a piece.
Right.
It's like, bro, I don't even have a handicap. Like,
yeah.
The fuck did you just fit me for? So like your $2,500 bag becomes $5,000 pretty fucking quick.
Yeah, exactly.
But sometimes just the stock options, there is a middle ground. So my clubs were like a $15 shaft upgrade.
Yeah.
Now that's easier to stomach because it's not 75. But I don't think Joe and Lee's really does that. I think they like to fit people to stock because the person that goes there is a run-of-the-mill person who is conscious of price and doesn't want to be fucked over.
Exactly. So, yeah.
I don't think you had a bad fitting by any means, but if you're iron fitting, well, I don't know what happened with the driver. I got to be 1,000% honest. No clue.
Yeah.
I think you got some really good info because when you hit your driver good, it's good.
Yeah.
When you hit it bad, it's not great. So fuck, but you weren't hitting the stealth that good either. So
Yeah.
cut your losses, whatever.
Yeah.
Because you'll be able to make up the ground elsewhere.
Right.
Now, will there be a short period where you might be hitting hybrid a little more often because it's a little bit better? Yeah, maybe. It is what it is. Golf's a fucking pain in the ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Especially if I can hit the hybrid 230.
yeah.
Like,
So
that's 15 yards less than my fucking driver.
yeah. So well, it's also hard because that's like not only that's a total, that's also the furthest total.
That's the furthest total. Yeah, no,
So,
I know. But if I can consistently hit my hybrid 215,
yeah, that would be cooking if it was actually going that.
yeah.
Because even mine's like just shy of that. 208, 209 carry, 210 carry. So then the other thing with driver though is what he was. Oh, driver was probably Ventus Red stiff as well.
Airspeed stiff.
Oh, who the fuck makes airspeed?
I don't know, but it was light. It was only 45.
Oh, gross.
Yeah. Is it
Really?
grams? Is it 45 grams?
Yeah, it's grams.
Yeah.
So Ventus Red hybrid shafts in the who the fuck makes airspeed?
I have no idea.
I'm looking at it now. Fujikura airspeeder, dude.
Oh yeah, Fujikara. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, speeder 40, 45.
Yeah.
Well, either way, so moral of the story, the other thing too, you could it's gotta be a stiff. That's a regular.
I mean, what is it for a driver fitting? Like $120 or something?
Down there it might only be like 100.
Yeah, like
I went to Harmon for mine. I paid $1.35 because I'm not a member.
like I could very easily justify going back in like February and doing just a driver fitting.
Yeah, man. I mean, so and this is the thing is like it might sound like a lot because it's like, oh, I pay for 2 fittings. It's like, yeah, man, but you didn't get the right info from the first one. So before you shell out on this fucking driver, or
Exactly.
even if you don't shell out on it, before you save yourself the trouble of going on eBay, trying to find a shaft, trying to find a used shaft with the right tip, and is it the right length? And before you drive yourself fucking crazy,
Yeah.
you could just go and get the right info.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like another thing you could do is take your shaft and try to find it on eBay in stiff.
Right.
It's a Tensei Blue, like
Right.
but then it's like, well, that's 80 to $100 just to get the shaft.
Right. Right.
Now it's like, well, all my tinkering, I spent $170 on new shafts, and I still need to go get a fucking fitting anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, it can be hard. 40, that's a regular. That's not what I want. I'm trying to see if I can find a 45 S. But I gotta say, man, I'm surprised. And I mean, this is how it works: is you're supposed to go for the fitting to get the correct info. Air speeder 45 stiff tailor made. But I'm surprised you didn't end up in Aventus Red with like just like the other ones. But again, that's why you're supposed to go.
Right. Right.
Because it's not always like that. What's the cheapest we can find? Yeah, it's like $100 already. Yeah, so yeah, there you go. It's like I can pay $100 and tinker with shafts, or I can pay $100 and just fucking do a actual driver fitting.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I mean. Like now that I've done it and I know what it is, like I said, I could very easily go back in like February and just do a driver fitting.
Yep.
And spend an hour to an hour and a half just hitting driver.
Yep.
Different drivers and different shafts.
Yeah.
So, but I do think I do think I want to roll with the T300s. Like those, I was fucking nuking the ball. Because then I was thinking too, because I was talking to my buddy Neil, and he was like, "Oh, dude, try the Mizuno. I think it's the 923 hot metals, whatever, because that's what they fitted him in." So I just asked the dude afterwards, like we're just talking, and I was like, "What do you think about Mizuno, like just as a brand, whatever?" And he gave me the whole rundown. And he was like, if you were interested, he goes, the equivalent of the T300s in the Mizuno, he goes, is the 923 hot metals. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like,
it's just a different company.
Yeah, it's the same. It's they're the equivalent, right? It's the same type of club. And I was like, oh, that's funny because my buddy went for a club fitting last week and that's what they fitted him for. And he was like, yeah, honestly, like you probably would have had similar results. He goes, but I loved the way you hit those T300s. So like, that's what we just kind of went with. And I was like, yeah, I love the way I hit the T300s. Like it was great. So that's what I mean.
What did they quote you on those?
$999.95.
Just for irons?
Yeah.
All right.
So, I mean, it's the hybrid and the irons 1000%. Like that's definitely what I want to roll with. Like I said, I'll probably still run with the zip cores anyway. But again, they're wedges. It's, it is what it is. It's just the driver that's still kind of up in the air.
Yeah.
Like I'm probably not going to buy the Stealth just because I don't know. Like unless
driver.
Yeah.
I would not buy that Stealth driver.
No. Like unless I go back for a driver fitting
and then
again,
you end
in
up
a couple months and like I end up in a different configuration. Maybe it's the Stealth with the different shaft or something and it feels good.
Yeah, no, I would not purchase that Stealth based off that. Because the other thing is you didn't hit it against any other clubs.
Right.
Just your own. So
yeah.
Again, I don't know what happened there, but
yeah, I mean, could have just been running long.
Could have been running out of time.
Yeah, like I said, I was there for like an hour and 45. So
that's a long time.
Yeah. So, but that was my first club fitting. So there we are. Sarcasm speaks on golf clubs.
I could talk golf clubs for a long time.
I mean, same. I was talking to the guy about like brand, because then, so again, super nice guy. And then he just asked me in casual conversation. He was like, do you have a ball that you prefer? He's like, because that's a big part of it too. And I was like, truthfully, like I kind of oscillate between the super soft and then the Snell MTB blacks. And I was like, kind of like in the beginning of the season, I tend more to the super softs because they're only $22 a dozen. And like, if I lose them, whatever. And then like during the summertime when I'm actually playing well, like I use the Snells. And he was like, honestly, like that's what you're supposed to do. He was like that. I'm actually really surprised that you just said what you just said. And I was like, yeah, man. I mean, I'm like not cheap. I'm kind of maybe a little bit, but like, I'm also like not dumb. Like, why would I spend $35 for a dozen balls in like April when I'm just going to fucking shank them?
I'll tell you right now, you fucking connect on that hybrid with a fucking super soft in the fucking July.
Yeah.
The ball's going fucking far.
Yeah.
It'll never stop rolling either.
If you just go forever. But he was like, yeah, honestly, like that's what I recommend to people that they do, that they use a different ball in the spring and the fall, because he goes, especially in the fall. And I go, yeah, I just played like a week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, and I needed balls. So I went to Target and bought noodles. And I got like a set of 15 noodles for like $20. And I was like, I'm playing in leaves. Like I'm gonna hit a tee shot that's amazing, and then it's gonna go underneath a pile of leaves. And I'm like, I don't really give a shit. It's a noodle. I'll just drop another one and hit. Like, but so he he was a good guy, and like I said, we had good conversation and shit like that. So I don't know. I don't know if he's also like a coach, like a golf coach or not. I mean, I'm sure he's seen like a million fucking golf swings.
I don't think he's.
Yeah. Because he mentioned like, he was like, you're very reachy in your swing. Like I reach out more. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of like what I do.
Yeah. That's a new term.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I don't know.
So I don't know. He was like, you ever try like moving a little bit closer and dropping your hands down a little bit? And I was like, nope, never tried it.
I get that part. Like, I know what he's saying.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just funny because he was like, have you ever tried doing this? And I was like, nope, I actually haven't. Never tried
once,
it.
Actually.
Yeah. So, yeah. He's a good guy. Like I said, I would go back to him for a driver fitting, knowing that I would spend a solid hour with different drivers. It's not like I'm like, oh, I don't want to go to that guy again.
Yeah.
We just probably ran out of time at the end. It happens. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine.
Yeah, that's the thing. They just don't buy the driver.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you go back and because I agree with you. It's like, so you know you hit the hybrids good, you know you hit the irons good. Wedges are kind of a dime a dozen.
Right.
Sort of. Unless you're of a skill that plays flights and trajectories and spin, and then
which I do not.
No. Which fucking I don't either.
Yeah.
I was going through my stats with Classic Gary, and I was like, it was embarrassing. Like, a scratch golfer will hit the green from 60 to 100 yards 83% of the time. And as a good approach player, I hit it fucking from 60 to 100. I hit it like 63% of the time. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Just put the fucking ball on the green.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
Like I said before, the biggest thing for me is the tighter dispersion, right? Like that's like the extra distance is cool, right? Like obviously the game, and there's all kinds of people that talk stats, right? Like Lou Stagner and all those guys. Like if you hit the ball far, the further you hit the ball, theoretically, the easier the game gets, right? If you can hit the ball 300 yards, but it goes a little bit right, well, it doesn't matter because now your second shot is way shorter.
Yeah.
But
you have to keep the ball in the play.
You do have to keep the ball in play, right? Like so yes, am I thrilled because the irons I was hitting were going way further than the irons that I currently hit? 1000%. Yeah, like obviously I'd like to hit the ball further, right? But I care more about keeping the ball, what did I say? What did we say? Within a 35-yard dispersion,
something like that,
versus a 67-yard dispersion. Like I could literally cut that in half.
Yeah, you can't play with 65 yards. You can't play with that.
Yeah, or less than that actually. My Titleist, the T300s that were adjusted went from a -4 to a +8. That's 12 yards. That's a 12-yard dispersion.
So last stuff on the specs, standard length.
Yeah, all standard length.
Standard grip.
The Tour wraps.
Tour wraps, but standard.
Yeah.
Standard size.
Yeah. Because I like the feel. Like I like it's like the tacky feel of the wrap.
Yeah. Cunty Chris plays those.
Yeah.
And then 2 degrees up on
2 degrees up.
Irons and wedges, or just irons?
Just irons.
Okay. Do you have the stealth lofts? I know it's like 3, 4. Is it 18 and 21? It's 19 and 22.
He just gave me the 19.
Okay, that's the 3. So then the 4 would probably be 22.
Yeah.
All right.
So something to work with.
Not a bad day's work.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Like I said, definitely worth it. I'm happy that I went and we did. Like I said, that the driver fucking sucks anyway, right? Like the driver's
So
probably
this
like
is
the hardest club to hit anyway.
so let's do this. So you were quoted at $2,500. 500. 20% of that, if not a touch more, is the driver, right?
Yeah, it's like roughly it's just under 600. It's 580 for the driver,
Crazy.
which is fucking wild.
It's insane.
It's literally more than half of the irons. Like I could get I could get 7 clubs for $1,000, or I can get one for almost 600.
Yeah, and I think golf will be more enjoyable if you figure out the irons and the hybrids.
Yeah.
So that's where I would start, and then I would my order would be, I think I would say the irons over the hybrids just because they're more expensive. Right?
Yeah,
So it's like
and they're
you get the
more frequent. Like
well, you hit more, yeah, you hit them more, obviously.
There's 7 clubs and you're gonna hit them way fucking more than you would hit a hybrid.
But I think in terms of like importance, I think that hybrid's gonna turn out to be pretty important for you.
Yeah.
But that's fine. Don't matter. So my order would be irons, hybrids, wedges, and then go back, get refit, and then figure out the driver.
Yeah. Yeah. I would agree. That's kind of where I was leaning. You know, and it's like even with the wedges, like I also I don't know, because I was gonna say like it's not like I need brand new wedges anyway, but like obviously the wedges that I have are old. Like my 52 is very I think it's like almost 10 years old. My 56 is from 2017, I think, the model, the RTX 3. Obviously I bought both of them used, but you know, I'd be more willing to maybe buy whatever last year's model was for the wedges. You know what I mean? Like if I could get them new but last year's model, like it's whatever. Like
I shouldn't have done this for you. I went on eBay for you.
Oh God, what do we got?
Do you actually want to know?
Kinda.
All right, let me know. Let me know if this is something you might be interested in. Titleist.
Does that sound like something you would be interested in?
Titleist T300 iron set, 5 through pitch and wedge. So you need to get a 48, which we can figure that out.
Yeah.
2 degrees up.
Yep.
AMT black S300 stiff. New. 760.
Oh, Jesus Christ. On eBay right now?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Can
you text that to me? Yeah. Is it a buy it now or is it an auction?
Oh, it's buy it now.
Oh fuck yeah. I might buy them tonight.
This isn't good. Because then right below it,
that's not how that, like, they have that exact build out. Is that a common build out like what I have? 2 degrees upright with the AMT blacks.
So I will say the AMT black, and obviously before you buy anything, just fucking make sure it matches the spec sheet, because I've even come close to fucking that up. The AMT black is a stock shaft. So when you're looking around like eBay, whatever, especially like T300s, like you're going to see AMT blacks.
Right.
Now, the fact that I found a new set with 2 degrees up, I'm not gonna say it's so uncommon that we just found a unicorn,
Right.
but I'm gonna say it's pretty lucky
Yeah.
to find that. Now it doesn't have the 48, obviously,
Right.
but I think Joe and Lee's does have. I think they have some new 48s in there. So,
Yeah.
plus a 48. If you want to buy the Cleveland, we can get you a Cleveland 48.
Right. Right.
Will it go as far? Probably not, but you might hit it better. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I can't beat that price with my discount.
Yeah. That's pretty nuts. I might be buying a set of clubs.
Oh, look at
that. That's pretty good. So, all right. Well, hey, thanks. Good thing you went on eBay.
Yeah, I mean, you can also go like you can also look too. I mean, I that was just my
Yeah.
quick look, and it's not coming from fucking Japan either. That's impressive.
Yeah. I mean,
Sometimes that shit ships from Japan.
Yeah. I might if I buy them, I might just take them and get them regripped. I know they're new, but like
I don't know what they're coming with. Oh, it's for the tour app.
yeah,
Yeah,
for the yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. It's like $8 a club to get it regripped.
Yeah. Yeah. So might be getting myself a new set of golf clubs. That's nuts. I mean, that is kind of wild, right? Like the shafts that he fit me in with the clubs with the 2-degree upright.
New.
Yeah.
Because in the picture they got the wrap.
They have the plastic wrap on them, yeah. So that's pretty solid. Sweet. Well, good thing for eBay, huh?
Yeah, not bad, right?
Yeah. Well, I think probably check the irons off. Next would be the hybrids and the wedges.
Again, I would definitely give eBay a real look because you could find one with the 48.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's the only other thing I would do.
Yeah, I mean,
it's the only other thing I would opt for because then you're just getting it all together.
what is it, like $130 for a club, maybe?
Yeah.
So I mean, that would put the total at 890.
You're still coming out on this one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, I don't know what the title is, what your discount is, but I mean,
with shipping, might be about the same.
yeah.
But yeah, that's the only thing I would do is I would run through it again and just see if you can find.
Yeah, because this is free shipping too from eBay.
I think I'll send you this too. Because this one is this one has the club, but they're not to spec.
Yeah.
So you would have to bring them in.
Right.
Fuck. I hate you fucking righties. This is like way better being a fucking righty.
You just find random ass clubs.
You can find your set.
Yeah.
I have to like find my discounts.
Yeah.
But this is why I'm pretty good at finding fucking clubs.
Yeah, because you have to fucking dig.
Fucking scratch and claw for everything.
Oh yeah, here they are. That's the full set. Mint. Yeah, and I would just bring them in to get bent and re-gripped.
Yep, 2 degrees up, regrip. They'll probably do that. Honestly, if you do the regrip, they'll probably bend them maybe for free. or it's like fucking $4.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, is it an extra $94? Yeah, but you're not paying 1,000.
Exactly.
Save yourself 100.
Yeah. I'm all about saving money. All right. Well,
Sweet.
pretty awesome. You want to wrap this up?
We can wrap this up.
This was the golf episode.
Yep. So, yesterday, get a call from Cunty Chris. Hey, man. Think my daughter gave me the stomach bug. I've been puking all day. Can you cover for me tomorrow? Now, not thrilled about it. I hate covering for people. I think we've discussed this.
Yeah.
Anytime I have to help people out, it's just a very, very unfortunate circumstance. So, you know, as the forgiving God, the gracious God that I am, yeah, I'll cover. So I go in anyway. I mean, I'm going in early anyway, so I just wake up 15 minutes earlier and I just got to get there. Like, it just be on point, go, whatever. So get there, open the door, immediately smells like a skunk. And I go, this has happened before. It has smelled like a skunk in there before, but it smelled like a skunk outside. And then when I went in, it smelled like a skunk inside. I'm like, I don't remember it smelling like a skunk outside.
Yeah.
So I go, fuck. Smells like a skunk. Lights on. Looking around. I'm like, it's extremely unlikely that there's a skunk in here.
Right.
But I don't think that those odds are zero.
Yeah.
So put the lights on, look around. Go put my bag down, keep an eye. Throw the heat on. I'm looking. Take the long way. That way there's no corners. Nothing can come around a corner at me.
Yeah.
I'm looking. I don't see anything. Don't hear anything. Put the music on first.
Yeah.
Don't hear anything. Get the heat on. And as I'm walking to the back door, because that fucker's in that back room, he's going to blindside me.
Yeah.
So I'm banging on the walls.
Yep.
As I'm walking back there. Still nothing. Throw the lights on, back away. Nothing.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. I don't think we're dealing with a skunk in the building.
Yeah.
Go dead in the HVAC. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah. Who knows?
Sprayed outside. Like, our door stops almost nothing. So sprayed outside. Fine. I don't really know. It's whatever. So now it smells like a skunk in the building. So it is what it is. I put a fan on just to blow air around. So what do you think the $1 million question was all day? Oh, someone smoking weed in here? Now, I do in fact understand that weed smells like a skunk. Smells like a skunk.
Right.
Does not smell identical to skunk. It's not the fucking same.
Yeah.
All fucking day. Starting with the third person that walked through the door. The rest of the day. Oh, someone smoking weed in here? Oh, smells like weed in here. Oh, is that weed? No. It's a skunk. And then, like, you know, a couple people walk in. I go, hey, does it still smell in here? Like, yeah, a little bit. I was like, yeah, like skunk. They're like, yeah, I thought it was weed. I'm like, do any of you people at least actually smoke weed? Like, I don't smoke weed, but like, I fucking know that smoked weed does not smell like actual, real, in the nature skunk.
Right.
That is not what happens.
Right. It has a similar smell, but that skunk smell, like,
you know, it's fucking skunk.
Yeah, it almost
burns the nostrils.
I was gonna say it almost burns a little bit.
Stings the nostrils. Sex Panther.
Yeah.
So all day, presumably from people who don't actually know what weed smells like. Even to the point where people are coming in and being like, oh, do I have to have like a word with someone? No, it's not weed. It's a fucking skunk.
Yeah.
Skunk.
Yep.
Now, the weird part is our employee came in to train her people, and she goes, it's funny. I went to Alltown this morning, the gas station, which is across the street.
Yeah.
And she goes, it smelled a little bit like skunk in there too. And I'm like, that's even weirder because that doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, we have like the woods behind us.
Yeah.
So yeah, animals, skunk, something got sprayed, whatever.
Right.
But I think we're still on septic. So like, even if it died in the sewer and it was coming up like the sewer lines, like,
yeah,
I think we're on our own septic tank. Like, we shouldn't be on the same as the gas station. So
right.
really strange start to the day.
Yeah. And I mean, to be fair, when I stopped in, it didn't smell like skunk.
I think it had worn off at that point.
Yeah. That would have been funny though. If I was like, oh, hey, it smells like weed in there.
Someone smoking weed.
Yeah.
Now, I'll give more credit when it dulls out through the day.
Yeah.
Dude, like, I walked in the building, there was no question
right
what that smell
like
was.
This is skunk.
This is skunk.
Yeah.
Now, I'm more worried about where is the skunk.
Exactly.
And making sure it's not in the building.
Right.
As I'm about to have other people in here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to get, first of all, I hate rodents. I don't want to see one.
Yeah.
2, I don't want to get sprayed. 3, there's about to be fucking people here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially someone who's about to start a trial month. It's like, oh yeah, it's like, I was going to start that trial month and then a fucking skunk sprayed me in the building. So
yeah. So I guess I'm not going to that gym.
Yeah. So I guess I'll never fucking see you again. It's like, fucking hey.
Yeah. Yeah. So
that, and on a day I was nice enough to cover because Cunty Chris had a tummy ache.
My tummy hurts. I can't come to work today. You know what's funny though is it's funny you say that because there's been like a bunch of people that I feel like I've been interacting with that have all had like some sort of stomach bug in the last week.
It's going.
Yeah. I mean, I've been lucky enough to avoid it somehow. I mean, we'll see. There's no way. There's no way I could acquire that in New Orleans, right?
A stomach bug?
Yeah.
No, the alcohol will kill it.
I was going to say the amount of alcohol that we're going to consume will kill any germs that or bacteria.
Just start each day with a hand grenade. Well, both days.
Yeah.
With a hand grenade.
Yeah, you'll be good.
And the grain alcohol. Even you can be the judge of this. Also, I haven't been down there in 5 years. So like I think my info is still good. But you drink a hand grenade and tell me there's no fucking grain alcohol in that.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there is. So I mean, we'll see. We'll certainly find out. How many of us are even going? Is it like 8?
7?
Yeah.
I don't know when the other 4 are going. They could be going Thursday or some shit. Is
yeah, Jones said that he's going down with one of his buddies on Thursday. So I don't know if it's just him and Tom.
Yeah,
going down, or if like there's other people also going down.
Yeah, I'm not sure because it only leaves Fournier and
Patrick.
Not Rob. Yeah. So
I don't know.
I mean, he's at Fournier's right now, so
yeah,
maybe Fournier's not going until Saturday. Maybe we're all flying together. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, who knows? So, we'll see. Well, technically, he's at the Bruins game right now, but yes. All right. So my final thought. We'll stick with the golf theme here. I want to give a shout out to secondswing.com, not a sponsor of the show. But they could be if they wanted to. I looked up; they don't have an affiliate program, unfortunately, because I would have applied for it. But
You know how much money I would probably make off myself?
yeah, I know, right? So Amy has joined like the golf crew, right? Like she enjoys it. She's gone a couple times this year. She went, with her mom a couple times. She went with me once. I took her to the par 3 in Norton.
Congrats on your new mental illness, Amy.
Yeah, exactly. Get ready to drive yourself fucking insane. So she wants to start playing more and she wants her own club. So I went on secondswing.com to buy her a set of used clubs. So I go through and I get her a set. So I bought her an iron set and a driver for Christmas. So I go through the whole process and I go through the purchase process and I check out whatever and I go, fuck. Literally, like right across their website, it says sale Cyber Monday. Use the code Cyber Monday for 20% off. And I'm like, I just went through the whole fucking checkout process and I forgot to enter the code. So in my confirmation email, it says like, if you have any questions, please email, service at Second Swing. So I click it and I send the email and I'm like, I'm such a fucking moron when I'm doing this, but I send the email and I go, hey, listen, I went through the whole checkout process. I forgot to enter the code Cyber Monday for the 20% off. Is there any way we can, find a way to do this retroactively? Like, if not, I get it. It's my loss. I should have paid closer attention, but like, what can we do? And I forget the dude. I think his name was Jeff. This dude, Jeff from Second Swing, emailed me back and goes, yeah, man, no problem. I'll have that applied retroactively and I'll get you a refund. So literally like 2 days later, I got a refund for the 20% difference to my card. And I was like, wow, that's really fucking cool. Like, they could have very easily been like, nope, you didn't enter the promo code, so it's your loss, which I would have been fine. If they came back and said that, I've been like, you're totally right. I'm a fucking idiot. I deserve to pay the full price. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to see if you guys will still give me the 20% off because it's pasted along the top of your fucking homepage. But I'm so stupid that I forgot to still enter it despite it being on your homepage. And they were cool. They were cool enough to give me the 20% off. So I want to give them a shout out. Again, thank you to secondswing.com for being cool and giving me the 20% off, even though I'm fucking stupid.
I got a 3-wood from them not too long ago.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty cool. I've been perusing their site for a while now. I've almost bought some clubs from them, but I've never actually. So
you could check and see what they have too.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. So
see, this is the other thing too, is like I'm the worst shopper in the world. So it's like, oh, that's a good deal on eBay. Like I would pay that. And I'm like, but I have to check elsewhere. Maybe something's better.
Right.
It's like, probably not.
Yeah. So maybe. You never know, right? Never know until you check. There was something else that I thought of as I was talking that I wanted to bring up about the fitting that I forgot that I wanted to say, and now I forgot it again after talking. So it's gone.
That important, huh?
Yeah. So thank you for watching and listening wherever you're at. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, review, like, tell everybody you know about the show. You give us 5 stars on Apple and Spotify. Big shout out to an actual sponsor of the show, mybookie.com. Use the promo code SarcasmPod when you sign up to double your first deposit up to $1,000. Now you have to use that at checkout when you sign up, because they probably won't give you the the deal afterwards if you're dumb like me. So don't be dumb like me and just use the promo code Sarcasm Pod. And they'll double your deposit, your first deposit, actually, up to $1,000. Then we have grillyourassoff.com. So use the same promo code Sarcasm Pod, grillyourassoff.com, and you will get 15% off your entire order every single time you check out over there. You can get us on Instagram at Sarcasm Speaks Pod, on Twitter at Sarcasm_Speaks, Facebook is Sarcasm Speaks, website sarcasmspeaks.com. Go to the merch store, buy some merch, get some shit with our logo on it. And I think that's it. So until next time, good night.